Good morning, my people. It's Question Friday. Buuza, Tugende. Buuza ebibuuzo byonna obimaleyo tubiddemu byonna wano. If I can't answer, someone can definitely answer. Buuza. Someone overtaking me, just know they are beyond the speed limit. If I overtake someone, they are below the speed limit. It's green. Awo fe tusala mu busazi naye abantu ensanze mu gundi galinga abatalina gye balaga. Good morning. Question Friday. Ask your questions. If I overtake someone, they are below the speed limit. If someone overtakes me, they are above the speed limit. that I'll take you to my place where we play. On the phone play. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Hey, Mukukola, tuyombagana tulwanagana tusojjagana naye tukwatire wamu ate agali awamu gegalumya ennyama. So we can do it. We can do it. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Hey, Muna, nabataka gitemberi. Gitemberi. Bana, tuli kuchiwana. Tuli mukatale. Where the hearts and lows may be there.
The fights may be there, but when we get together as one, we can do it. We can do it. Tuchisabala, tuchibasa.
I was muted. Did you guys, were you guys hearing the music? Were you guys hearing before I turned the microphone? It seems like I muted the microphone as I was turning it. Music came back them. You get the second zana number na inga siliko. Huh? Music here at Deco. Bye. From the beginning, you guys namu mulimba. From the beginning, nakubia music. Yeah. Nakubia music. Dachika hizo zona tubade ku express. Zona tekubade ko yakana. Music yabadde kawo kale. Awo kale kubadde manyi nti ne music yena nawe mukubidde. Wona you guys were hearing nothing. Kale kasoke mbabuuzeeko Muyombya Mark, Mugalasi Joshua Mixed Farm, Bisoborwa Ibrahim. Good morning. Agambe Arthur, if my plan is to buy a double cabin, what's the length of the garage I should be? Garages are standard, guys. A motor casino, literally all cars look the same. It's cutting, but I may not be able to tell you in meters. But what I know is that normally a standard car is about 10 feet. 10 feet. A motor car is the standard cut. Osobola ozimba garage ya foot 15. One in the width of cars are normally standard 6 to 7 feet. 6 to 7. Kati whatever bara foot 15. 15 most cars will actually fit there. But click space. But garages are standard, guys. Abazimbi bo bamanyi standard ya garage bazimba obuwanvu. Abazimbi bo bamanyi obuwanvu wa garage. Kale. Today's question Friday, guys. Mubuuze ebibuuzo tusime Eddie Jones info. Viola Namiro, Bruno Insingoma, mwasuze mutya ebibuuzo mubibuuze. Answers it dibwemu. Yesterday I did an inspection, but I'll tell you about that tomorrow. Nenge chamba njagala nkole ku video yange ya kigege nga nze nevuga nga nonda abasabaze and all that. So that is the challenges because no one is going to be warned. I'm just going to call the driver now. If he confirms that I can get a kigege tomorrow, then I'll probably pick my equipment tomorrow. So if I pick the today evening, if I pick the equipment today evening, then tomorrow in the morning, very early in the morning, I meet the taxi guy in the morning. I do the first trip, then I come back, and that's enough footage for us. Ogenda no Kuda is enough experience for us to understand what the taxi guy normally goes through the trip. But in Afuga trip will be the Kusatu, and in those 2 to 3 trips, they'll have your money. We go Mugaga, Kati. I think if you say for example, if a driver, when we were shooting the cafe in Gabatwa studio, the taxi guy would take boys, get your bags. The taxi. Okay, the taxi guy would get. Ragnar, you have your bag as well? Oh, it's okay, Abad. So the taxi guy would charge us about 90 to 110, and that's one trip. And in that one trip, he would use about, let's say, 40,000 for the return trip, but it would just bring us. So on returning, going back to town, you definitely take people. And then also, when he was picking people from the studio, taking them to town, what would happen would be he would bring a trip and offloads the passengers. Then he comes to pick my people from the studio, and then still he charges 110. So kitegeeza the trip yaffe yagikolagako emitwalo 6 5 ku 7 ukitegeera 5 ku 7 and that kitegeeza trip 2 trip eyembo abagikozeko emitwalo 7. The the second trip aba asobola atengeza azikoze kuffe kitegeera kitegeeza the return trip aba awezeza sente z'omugagga kitegeeza trip ey'okubiri ebeera yiye. So but we'll see that. We'll see how many passengers we can actually get into the taxi, and we will blur their images. We will definitely blur their images. Our passengers, but nina kwevugira abasabaze. Biola agambe Arthur, a friend of mine wants to buy new Vitz for Tembo Automat loan cars. He pays 10,750,000 per month. He gets 2.5 net income. He wants to pay for 2 years. So 750 times 10 months, that would be 7.5. 7.5 Bogataka card, that's 8.5. 8.5 times 2. So 8.5 times 2, that would make 19 million shillings. Plus the 10 million shillings. I don't know what model he's buying, but I think it would definitely he always get your bags. Let's go. Kasuken's game banaban. Jump, let me get you. Yes, I'm going to wait for you. Swimming costume? Kai, tugende maso. So question Friday, guys. Ebibuzo mubirete. Today's question Friday. I don't have a question for you. Okujjako, when I'm doing the Chigege video, is there a particular question you would want for me to ask? Is there a particular question you would want for me to ask the Chigege guy? If you have one question, I would definitely ask him. I'm going to pick a very responsible person, Asoboro Okonyumia, for a long period of time, because we're going to be driving for like 2 to 3 hours, which I'm excited. I cannot wait to drive the Chigege for a very long period. So today our students at Plateau Seal are shooting another film, and they shoot a film every week, and a short film, and that is meant to give them experience. Many people go and study things. I went to MOOC and I did 3 years drama film, and shooting a short film. So no wonder people come out of university and they cannot do anything. Experience, practical experience. Theory but most of the things that I learned them after university and then on field. But I wish people would get the kind of experience that Plateau gives me. Every week abana bawandika film ne shooting, ne producing, and they vibe. So they learn all the aspects of film production, and then of course they'll have to do a TV show pilot, and of course a play, and yeah. Kasubira steady Viola. Emoroka mukwano gwa agenda kugula mwaka ki? Agenda kugula eno Vitz gye batunda million 32, because baba kugula Vitz gye batunda 32 kale ko. Naye baba kugula ka Vitz kano ka 28, it does not make sense at all. Because 28 bagitunda million 24 oba 25. In 2008, 2009, 2010, then it's I think the model that begins 2011 is the one that is expensive. But if he's buying the normal model of the Vitz, he will be getting a bad deal. I'm industrial area today. I'm going to the industrial area. I want to replace my battery. So I want to go replace it. So that friend of yours, if he buys a 2008 2010 model, he's going to be paying almost double the money. Wanga, if he pays 10 million now and he pays 19 million, that means a million. And it's more than 19, I think it's 20 million because I just rounded up. I think it's paying 30 million. That's also okay. That's also okay. That's also okay. Me, I would not do it, but it's okay for a person like him, I think. Sorry, so annoying. So, but you know, she's saying that her friend is going to pay 10 million now cash, and I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. It just doesn't sit properly with me now. It just doesn't sit properly with me, and I don't know if your friend won't feel it over time, because paying for a car over a space of a year seems okay, but paying for a car for a space of 2 years, I don't know how comfortable that is. And I don't know, Viola, if what happens if that friend of yours loses part or all of his income. What happens to this? I don't want to think that that can happen to a person, but I also have to consider that sometimes it can happen. Sentes when say sala oba nizigwera wodala ngato ina loan yo service ngemitwala ensanvu mu etaano. What happens katfa abakoze ku business ne wewola sente nga this business is moving and then the business stalls. I think fetumanyi that it can happen. Probably the guys in employment don't know that can happen. 2 years is a really big space for you to predict over something you may not really have a lot of control over. But of course, but then the question is, that's a lot of money though to pay monthly. Me, I find that million is a kumi, watch talinzem. And Viola, I find that if a person is scared of used cars or of old cars, you guys, I don't know if you know that ebirwadde bibera mu mmoroka empya enkadde ne mu mpya bibaamu. I don't know if you guys have thought of that, but the fact is some of the faults that come with old cars can develop in new cars as well. That's why even babies die. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That's why even babies die, and that's why even people that have enough capital start businesses that fail in a couple of months, and that's why some people that don't have enough capital have businesses that survive over time, while even them they have counterparts that businesses that fail almost immediately. I find that there is no formula to that, but Wabanga Ali, the income is really secure for the next 2 years. I'm also scared. There are things I'm scared of. There are things I'm scared of. There are things I'm scared of that I would not risk going for. Like I'm scared of renting a home. I've been out of rent for a very long time, so I'm scared. And me, there are so many things that we would be scared of. For example, I'm scared that Nizo Kubansa Sudabulunji, Niati Landlord Yena Ulida Bubi. Ochitegeera, olumu obuzeeyo akamotoka ko landlord n'anyiiga. Olumu landlord azuuka lumu n'agamba muvume ennyumba yange. olumulandodi bamusarako amasannyalaze, olumulandodi bamubanja omusolo, nammwe ne babasiba like they did the Nansana people. I don't know if you guys get what. So I find that there are genuine fears that people have, but that doesn't mean that I would not rent. If I had to, I would definitely rent. But I happen to believe that your friend doesn't have to. Right? You don't have to. You don't have to. But if they're comfortable with it, they can go ahead and get a car, get that car on loan. It just doesn't sit properly with me. Olabanze abantu sagala bewulira kwegura mmotoka eza bulijjo nga bambanja $1,200,000. I normally tell them don't borrow that car. Buy a car in your budget. That's normally what I say. But you getting a car bagenda kubanja $1,19,000 nga teina kye kwongerako ky'amaanyi. Let me give you a scenario that I have, that I'm considering. I'm considering getting a hybrid on credit. But even when I'm considering getting a hybrid on credit, sigenda kubeera na banja lya $19,000 oba $20,000. Ebanja lyange terina kusukka $10,000. Okitegeera? That's what I'm looking at, even when I'm considering getting a hybrid. And why am I getting a hybrid? Because the hybrid will cut. I'm doing the math, and I project that the hybrid will cut my fuel costs into half. Like if I'm using 20,000, I'll be using 10. For me, that's addition. If I've been using 1 million every month on fuel, I'll be using 500,000. You get? So for me, that's addition. Chitegeza. If I'm going to be paying 1 million per month in terms of the loan, the car is already giving me 500k itself. And then you have to ask yourself, the car you're borrowing, what is it giving you for you to be paying that much? But of course the math is different. I think you can go for it. You can go for it. You can go for it. I think I have a genuine scare. I have a genuine scare for loan cars. I got an offer from an Indian to give him this very car, pay Prius hybrid, and I have that genuine scare. So normally when I discourage you guys from taking loan cars, I'm not the expert. I think I have a genuine fear for those things, yeah. But sometimes the loan cars can prove to be a blessing to you. Nenga, I think you should tell your friend kemoroka bwajija mu pondi agenda jongeramu ekitunenye million ngemu na ekitundu okugiza ku mutindo kitegeera. So by like the first year, your friend will have spent about 2 million shillings on that car as well. But they can definitely go for it. Guys, today is Question Friday. Go ahead and ask your questions. Tugende Maso. Steve Barros, Michael UG, Sebugwao, Medi Henry, Modern Drinks, Chamba de Annington, Nakede Nakese Zabulunji, Sereko Starch, Engineer Joshua 247. But the seat and a petrol station. I just wanted to try it today. Ochieng Leon. It seems life is fun with the car. Oh, definitely. Okay, for me, the car. Let me see. Ngezako kuba map. I'm going to Uganda batteries. Ngezako kuba map. Let me see. Lero katubaleyo ko wali tulabeka jam car wali akeka nsanga bwekakola. Akeka balagala. I drove a parcel on Entebbe Express. Nawe nga ninga ali ku bajaj tetambula. But the parcel is a fast car, guys. Me, I would drive a parcel. It's a good car. Just don't drive it like you're driving a Raktis. You see, even when I'm driving a Raktis, I don't drive it like I'm driving a Kawondo. You get it? I find that that's one of the challenges we have. You want the parcel to move like a RAV4. It cannot move like a RAV4 definitely. But if you drive a parcel like a parcel, what is the process of changing South Sudan number plate to UG? Henry Modern Drinks. If you have a South Sudanese car and it's yours and you have been living abroad, I don't know what years they count, and you have been driving this car abroad, you can bring it back and they give you red number plates. If it has been, it means you paid tax in another country. But if you're just buying it, you have to pay tax. You pay the tax that is supposed to be paid for the car of that model. If it's a 2020 model, they will calculate for you a 2020 model, and you'll pay the tax. And then you get a UB or UBR or UBS number plate. But if you have been driving that car in South Sudan for some time and it's yours, it's in your names, then you can come and tell you, hey, you know what, guys, I'm returning to Uganda, and this is my car. I already paid tax for it, and they'll give you a red number plate. Of course, you have to pay a bit of Buuza here and there. Me, I know. You need to be a Kampala to be straight, but that's what it is. Effects of parking a car. My home garage for about 3 years, both positive and negative effects. I find that the only positive effect for you to buy a car and park it home, the only positive that comes out of it is that it's your car. Whenever you come back, you can just drive. Nobody tells you anything. You get, that's the only positive. That's the only positivity that comes from you buying a car and parking it for 3 years. Is that when you come back, it will be yours. There are a lot of negatives to that. That's why I discourage people that are not always in Kampala from buying cars when they're going to be here for like a month out of every year. One is that your car grows old. Whether it's parked or not, it will grow old. There are newer models of cars that come, and now more than ever, in the past people would buy their chibinas and nobody would care. But now more than ever, chibinas are everywhere. No. What I mean, but now more than ever, a new car is here every year. Like, you're not going to, the Raktis we have is no longer coming into the country. The Raktis that was being sold at, let me see. The Raktis, omulabi wa boda abadde tatunudde eyo bwe batyo bwe bafa avuga pitch nga atunudde on the right. So my guy, the Raktis we have, the Raktis I'm driving no longer comes into the country. So right now it's actually being sold at I think 27-28 million in the bond, and after this Raktis, the other Raktis will be 32 million. You get it? So the disadvantage is that if you park your car for 3 years, 3 years later your car will be old. You'll ojakuba tojivuze for 3 years, but it will be old because people have newer models. 2, a motor car parking up for 3 years, there are things that will fail whether you like it or not. There are chances that the battery will be dead by the time you come home, and there are chances that the suspension will get stiff. Let me see. Wewe guy, mapu ekyaganye naye njikuba ozanje kubekwa enonga tewakyabera jam. So anyway, there are chances that you'll come and the suspension is stiff. There are chances you'll come and your tires will be seated. So buli wona okoma otandikira mu kuzaawo. But in the garage the paint is definitely safe. Interior is definitely safe, and there are chances that you'll come and the rats have eaten wires. Right? So me, I find that there are a lot of disadvantages to you buying a car and parking it for 3 years. Like, I'll give you an example. 2 years ago, the Toyota Alex was the thing. Today there is a Toyota Auris. I've even seen a Toyota Auris hybrid. We have the Auris. We have so many cars now that are newer. Like 2 years ago, the Wish new model hadn't taken yet shape yet. But as we speak now, everyone wants to buy the Wish new model, the Valve-matic. you get so kati omuntu oyagula wishe 2 years ago n'agiparking esaawa n'agijjeyo nga tekyaliko. And I'm saying that 3 years to come, people will be driving a lot of hybrid vehicles, knowing that they're hybrids. Or say driving hybrids. 3 years to come, people will know how to fix hybrids. We'll have a lot of hybrid technicians in Kampala. Abana je bali nga bali Dubai kati nga basoma kanika bintu ebyo. Abana bali mu America basoma automotive engineering. Abana bali China, Japan, they are studying these things. So yes, 3 years from now we'll have a lot of garages that fix hybrids, and abana bavuga Subaru ezo nga they are hybrids, Honda hybrids, Nissan hybrids, Volkswagen nalabye Tiguan hybrid. Okitegeera, we have a lot of, so you're going to park your car and yes, nobody will touch you, tebalina kyakugamba, but chances are high that you're going to unpack your car and it will be out of fashion and you'll be feeling bad, and then you'll want to upgrade it and then you'll lose money. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So for anybody that lives abroad and you want to buy a car and park it, I don't think it's a very good idea. Right now, when you come to Kampala and rent a car at 150,000 a day, it feels like you're losing money, but you're actually keeping money. Instead of buying a car 30 million, I would rather rent a car at 3 million a month, so that I keep my 27, because your 27 million, we will get you 2.7 by the close of next year. Be it unit trusts, be it something, be it government bonds. So cut the 3 million you're using to rent a car this month, or this 1 month that you're spending home, you can make it back by the end of next year. Ngozi investing, which take it, right? The guys that are home, you guys definitely buy cars. For the guys that live in Kampala, you should definitely buy those cars. Which take it, right? But if you live abroad, I would not advise. Leon, I think I've seen your question late. This is definitely my turn. Now you guys are going to ask me, Arthur, why do you drive all the way to industrial area to buy a battery when there are so many battery dealers in Kampala? I drive all the way to the industrial area because there I give my tin, and the VAT is because my company pays for some of these things. I don't get a salary, so my company does these things. So when I buy a battery from Uganda Batteries, from the factory itself, VAT goes onto the company tin, which is very fair for us. And yet the dealers, they will not do that. Also, when I buy the battery from the factory itself, at least I know that when I take back my battery, they'll give me a battery there and then. But the dealers, if in case your battery gets a problem, ogenda gitwalewa dealer atotandike byokugobagana naye. Okitegeera, most Ugandan small business owners don't yet have the customer service to make me feel at home. Todi Ronald from IBUG, Tuone Pads, Chris Da Vinci, Council Patrick Asiku, how are you? Ronald Mucha VIP, how are you? Council, you guys are doing okay? Oyali kusimu. Guys, twaligezezzaako nnyo okwewala okuvuga nga tusoma text messages. Your turnover of vehicles will be high if you keep reading text messages. And some people esimu abeera naye wano wansi wa steering rack nga kugamba okusoma message alina okujja amaaso not a very good thing. Eno yonna namuwongo. I think this road people have been complaining about it as well. Baluddewo okulikola okulimala. So then guys, I'm changing the battery that came with this car from the bond. The battery we said ebisinga tebutera kuwangaalako. So kakola ebanga tono ne kafa. So it's the battery I'm changing. Kacha akola, but me I don't want to first stall on the road for me to understand that I should have changed the battery. So that's why I'm going to change the battery right now. Emoroka njifaako nnyo. Giraga RAV. Of course nekano ka battery akaliko bagenda kangulako bo bennyini. Kuba bo bakyasobola okakozesa, they can even repair it. I don't know, they can recycle it, whatever they do with it. Arthur, I dreamt today that you're selling your car at 27 million. Is it true? Banange pade ngolota. Ngolota. Arthur, I thank God for your channel. I joined subscribe 2 years back and it has helped me because I'm enthusiast with automobiles in your community. Hey, Amina Starch. Thank you for the good, the kind words. Thank you very much for the kind words. And for the guys, mwebale kubera ku channel. We inspected the car with someone that I told you about it. That has been a subscriber for the past 2 years. More than 2 years, and he had never said anything. Actually, on that very day when Namogirako, he came out of the Kamoli and said something. Naga Atharedoka Ave Mukamoli, but some of you guys don't remember him. But he came out. That's the first comment he gave. Yeah, but thank you very much. I don't take you guys for granted. And I hope I'm not a disappointment as well. Ekinacho kintu kikulu nnyo kale katuli mu industry area naye mulabye okumanya amakubo ekiyamba kati tugenda kwetulula kudda mu kibuga. And after here I'm going to Nigeria. That's where my students are shooting their film from. So njagala ngende ndabe what the process they are going through now. Maze week singa bidding asaba how they shoot. And guys, for you guys that want to see the short films that our students are Platos are shooting, you go to YouTube or searching Platos Institute of Arts and Marketing. You'll see the YouTube channel is there, and some of the films are already up there and running. They are doing some good work for students that are doing, because the bakora course ya myaka ena, bakora course ya myezi ena. Right? But they are doing some good work. They are doing some good work. Kati wano walinga omunyo kunene naye baguziba baguyiwa mu ettaka. What do you say? Yeah, so question Friday, guys. Keep asking your questions. Ngenda kubiddamu. Wentuka Junction nga nkyama nsiriikiriramu. Between Harrier 2008 and Mark X 2010, which one is a better option? Hagai, you're comparing a sedan to an SUV. Don't you think you're being unfair to yourself? You either want sedans or SUVs. Which take it. And majority of the time in Uganda, majority of the time people would choose the SUV. And I think you also know what you want. Comparing a sedan to an SUV is unfair to the cars. It's also unfair to yourself. But it's just that one is just a question of preference. The fuel consumption is the same, which take it. But the ground clearance cannot be the same. The comfort cannot be the same. Which the swag cannot be the same. They both have swag, but the swag. Markex and Harrier, that's a very bad comparison, my brother. Yeah. At least it's over door comparing a Tiguan and a Harrier. What's over door comparing a ML and a Harrier? Which take it. But the sedan and Harrier comparison is not a very fair comparison. Yeah, so ask your questions. I'm going to pack and go through all the comments before I say bye bye. Actually, one nice house of plastics. I've ever bought chairs from here. So I think Uganda Batteries is on the next street. Next street is where you got a nice house of plastics. Batajanga come industrial area for the love of cars. Agamba, is this all Uganda? Uganda is big. Uganda is big. Have you ever looked at the border guy? No, Uganda Batteries is behind Buuza. I want to see if someone noticed that I had gotten lost. So Uganda Batteries is actually before, because it's before nice house of plastic. Buuza. And you know I've been buying batteries from this place for the past 10 years. And somehow I've gotten lost. So Uganda Batteries is in the next street. tumuhimbise Ivan Jr. Good morning. Seguya Ibrahim, George Senkubuge. There is no person that is as humble as a person that drives their boss. Ngokuvuga emoroka gwe mulimu gwe. Aba abantu babeera humble. Ekinya kyo mukirabye oba nsinikire muli ebintu. Kati mulaba the lack of patience eri wano bano basaze bazze ne muleni eri ekkirire eri. Obalaba, this is a pure lack of patience. Kati oyo at least era country diplomat akulaze nti asobola okusala nadda muleni ye. But of course the problem is the potholes. We cannot blame them, we have to blame the government. Don't blame the government, but sometimes we really have to blame the government. No, it must be the next turn. It must be the next turn. Ninga natajanga yondudde nno okugula battery. I think emoroka munsobozi okukyusa emoroka emirundi mingi. The last time I bought a battery was with the very first fits. So let me pack and read your comments. Let me just change this. But make gamanti bansa sudo ku influencing. Omanyize buli wenjogera ebirungi ku company nga bagamba Arthur walidde. Waliwo bubuka yagamba nga buzibu bw'oli otama. Kale, let's read these comments. Ate tusijjeko engalo. Chris Da Vinci kyekiriwo. Chris Da Vinci amunyonyonga navuddeyo dda comment njirabye leeti. We have FTC party, our version of BNI. Teri bya kulwanira mu parliament kuswaza. Fe bwe tunaawamba entebe tetugenda kuba fe tugenda wamba mpambe tetugenda kulwananga. Kale kati wano wabaddewo no sound. Bubadde jogera mu infrared. Size of a garage is 3 meters. 3 meters is about 3 meters because each meter has about 3 feet, 3.5 feet. Ngeba nene 3 meters. We have bypassed each other on Lukuli Road near your place, but the practice looks very nice. So jirabye mpya bupya. Yusuf Mina chechiriwo. Maxwell aga Arthur, can you please talk about restoring cars? Restoring cars should be for people that have a lot of money. Guys, I'm trying to be very honest. Restoring cars can be very daunting. It can be very expensive. Bobato ina sente nyingi obyo ku restoring emoroka bireke. Good morning Arthur. What would be reasonable price for a Subaru Forester 2010 UBR series? Kati ate bobogula UBR series genda bugenzi mu bond. I don't know. I have to figure out what the price is in the bond, but I would make sure UBR agenda bugenzi mu bond because bagenda kuguza bei yemwe ya bond. Ask the Shigege guy, why do they rush on the road? Rachi bavuma nnyo. Ngenda mubuuza. Daniel Singoma hi. Esimu yagala kubuguma. Yabugumye dda. How is the Chigege business managed? Who do you esimu ebugumye bagayi bange. Sola kusoma comment. Let me see what to do for it. I think I have a solution. You know Marako broadcast. I have a solution here. Let me just do this. Yeah, that should help us. That should help us. Kali. Let me strain a bit to read the comments. Mark X, the Mark II brand, but they have the same fuel consumption. Nedda. The Mark X consumes more than the Mark II brand because it is 2.5 ate zonna VVTI. Omuntu waba alowooza nti zinywa kyekimu aba because the difference is not so big, so it might not be something you can recognize. Let me borrow top up 3 to 4 million. She can repay the months and then she resumes owning again at the ideal time. She can always sell the old one. Football tribe go amwadama geza amatufu. Hi Arthur, how much can I get Mark X 2013-2015 model? Aha. Actually, since then a number, nebanga libajivugidde. But then we have to compare the bond price because we have not bought the Mark X from the bond. I may not be able to advise. Bakimanyi 2010 zirimu million nga 3.2 3.5 kitegeeza era erimu million nga 4.5 kitegeeza wano ebweru ogenda gigula million nga 3.5 kitegedde. My alternator is not sending power to the battery. How much do you think I can be charged? If your alternator is faulty, they'll charge you between 30 to 60,000 shillings, because instead of simoja sanga bagenda chusa cutout oba kutukuzaako brushes. If it's just the brushes, it should be cheaper. If it's the cutout, then it's going to be much more expensive because buli cutout ina brushes ezaye zigendako okitegeera. Ben Kako Lakimoze abayi eri mu kuwola ejja tereera tulina malako broadcast naye ebigambo mulowooza mbiraba. I take this opportunity to thank all the members of the Love of Cars. I came here seeking for advice. It worked. I managed to take control of my finances, paid for my kids, and my debts are under control. Amina Joseph, congrats guys. Do you remember Joseph asked you for advice? Ngali mukubabuuza asasule looni oba atwala abaana ku ssomero, and you guys advised him. He got a lot of advices n'alondako gye yakozesa, and he says thank you very much. Mwebale kumuwa magezi. Okay, how does airport taxi work? Airport taxi, you pay for a place at like mpaka ya Bosasula for your parking lot or membership, and then notaniko kusasula like subscription every month. Then nga Bosasula neza parking, I think parking bakuwa card oba sticker no bango itao, and then you start competing for customers because they definitely compete. If you have good networking skills, then you can get customers even before they come. If you're good at social media, then it's even easier then. I feel like investing. Gideon, go again investing in the market. What is the prices of a new number plate and how much does it cost? The new number plate, see amitwalo nga satu empya. Owo gamba the digital number plates. The digital number plates, I find that some of the people ababadde balina number plates batuka tugenda kusasula emitwalo 25 oba 3, then abafuna empya bakusasula emitwalo 7. Kitegeera. Aha, ikomyewo. Arthur, mean I cannot bring a car from Djibouti and I'm not charged taxes on like a brand new car. If you have not been owning it there, then you may not be able. You'll have to pay taxes. But if you have been owning a motor all that time, then you'll definitely not pay tax. But you're red. Left-hand steering vehicles. Yes, they are still. It's still a car like in Mose. Moroka. If you're steering, about you are able to Ibakwatako is the model, the displacement of the engine, the size, and all that. Dan Agamba, is there any issue with buying a car and keeping it in the garage for some time? Us guys who are not around, and how can we maintain it to perfection? Dan, I think I've answered that question. Seriously, our country, or the way how parking fee at airport was increased 50%. Someone should give us more information about that. Mr. Lucius, I find that in Uganda everything was privatized. The airport should belong to the government, but it doesn't. We all know it doesn't. Because government gets taxes from people, it should find a way to subsidize. Chitegeza, the parking lot belongs to someone else. Probably the waiting lounges belong to someone else. Or Jacksanga, the runways also belong to someone else. Guys, I'm stuck in deciding the kind of business I'm starting soon. Needs a big boot space like Wish, Noah. But since I want to import a car, I've seen many hybrid vehicles on the market. This size. Good hybrid, Stanley. You buy the hybrid. But you go and look at the car yourself, yeah? Gendo jitunuleko inspect it yourself. Ofuleno mwana wa machine, but diagnosing it and all that. So you buy the hybrid. Buy the hybrid, guys. I'm telling you, I'm definitely going to get the hybrid. all the mechanics I have are against the hybrid, but I'm going to definitely get the hybrid Nzenga Arthur because I'm willing to take the risk. I know there is a risk to it, but well, we live with risk. So you buy the hybrid. I always find when the rats have eaten my wires, and it's a must to buy a new battery. It's now 3 years plus with my Raum old model. Just but you guys should kill rats. Me, I think I had a rat problem when Nalinga Sinakuba Burunji plaster. But once we plastered the house properly, no rats at all. At all. So you guys should find ways of which is better, Primo 2007 or Fielder 2008. Me, I would buy a Fielder. I'll definitely buy a Fielder. It gives you bigger boot space, it gives you the same fuel consumption. Yeah, I'd definitely buy a Fielder. Everyone here would buy a Fielder. There are people that like Primos, but a Fielder is multi-purpose. You get it? Juma chibuzo chonga sichirabe kansoke maleyo bino nkinonye. After a powder battery and acid battery, which is better. They are both good, but if you're not the kind of person that looks after your battery very well, buy the powdered battery. The powdered battery has a shorter lifespan than the other one. The battery wangala. You can always like top up acid and all that, but the powdered battery has a lifespan of about maximum 2 years. Chovola zinemoroke zijja from Japan. Zijirako powdered batteries, and because zijirako powdered battery, kapite onomiyayo na jira mpimirako. Papa, senior, jewareko, gwapima. Mpimirako wano nga sina sasula battery. So kabapimenga bwe maliriza broadcast one. Aha. Pade alota bubi I dreamt nga okanguza 23. Mwe mumanyi mwe mulote ebyagumwe. Anagule moroke na jajjigula. Anagule moroke no ajajjigula. After tell us which car battery is better for the between powder and liquid. So guys, like I've said, moroke ya powder nungi ku bantu abatamanyi kulabirira moroka zaabwe nga battery tojitunulako bichi nga toyagala kwemenya. Naite wangala kati buno bubatu bujira ku moroka okuva mu bondi kyovula babufa mangu. Buuza abantu bonna abagule moroka za bondi. Era ojiranga battery ekyankanana. Ne battery eriye y'amazzi nungi ewangalo solo jivuga n'emyaka 5. Kubanga olugiranga otopinga okitegeera as long as your car charges properly. Ninge moroka kati olaba twafuna powdered battery ku Corolla. Ni powder battery iraga already ina kasigina kaino kulaga oba na mo banfu ne kafa mu wiki yasoka. Ninga yo battery kuba nene ya Corolla. But it's okay. Aha, from here tunajira lero sivako for 2 hours. Abuuza mbalekeko obuzibesimu yagenda kubuguma. Era ngino bajja already sibwe eri akubanji njigize na yegenda kubuguma. But the roads in industrial area munange. Fielder 1 liter takes for how long? In the fielder, the 1 liter can probably take you for between ngatovuze SC, between 12 to 15 kilometers. Arthur, I want to say thank you for your advice because I have got a lot of knowledge that I managed to get a very good space your new model. Amin, I told you Ronald, congrats. Arthur, how many kilometers can a 1.5 liter? Emoroka yamani 10 nezo. Muto wange yagala mu Corolla mbwanywa bulungi okusinga VTs. Arthur, how much is space your new model in the bond? Teriyo. Kati ogenda gula paso set like kati paso set abamba zituna milioni 3. You are heading to Bugolobi. You have to take the left side. Mr. Arthur, between Corolla 2005 sedan and Mark 2 grand, I would definitely take a Corolla. Arthur, because Corolla gives you better fuel mileage, it's also comfortable. We stay Mark 2 grand, I'm a footer. And ye or border in if he spends 3 years on the road without dying, well, he needs to give God a special gift. Yeah. Always the job of government to fix potholes, bridge, roads, tax money. Era Marrakech. Sebo kati oyagala tukomya wano. Tutwale Najira. Yet I had refilled my cup of tea. Stanley. Kali kabato karaga kacha alikala muna enzi. Kastanze battery yangira gayamu katonate. Zisagala kumara kulemera kuku. Mr. Arthur, our Vic's new model and Raum new model, which one is easier to get in good condition? Nzijeko? Papa? Nzijeko? Ate alternator? Eristede? eno battery egira ya bondi eno obumanyi naawe kale kamaliza ono ka broadcasting nzijenjira kale Mr. Arthur muulira kayabuza n'okubuza emmoroka ebadde ya parking nga kitegeze ebbanga zino emmoroka zizi parking e Japan neemala nejja neepakingako ne wano mu bondi ya wano kabaatra katuuka kati kabadde kalagayalagaya okitegeera. How much is filled 2010-2012? Filled ni mu million 3.5 kwana depending on what model and who is selling. Abantu amba ne trim. Abantu am trim nungi abamu grade gye baleeta naye beera nungi. Which this new model and Raum new model, which one is easier to get in good condition and cheaper? I need is a moroka zitambulira mu moroka mu sente ze zimu John's info. They are the same is a moroka zonazo ne nungi ngetandikirwako owali badde ngoine million nga kale 17 nga toli musuubuzi kuba abasuubuzi kati babugule million 15 okitegeera kati gobale million nga 17 but me I find that bwabanga emoroka agenda gikozesa ebirala nga okutikkatikka gula Raum bwaba agenda kwevuga ye n'abaana bamwe mugulire VTs it serves better, it serves more fuel. At a TX3 3400 consume 70k from Katwe to Mpigi. Is it worth tenyode na kunywa is it's diesel right tenyode na kunywa 70k nzizo imoroka mbadde nyisubire je mitwalo musanvu Katwe to Mpigi. That's about how many kilometers zimbadde manye diesel right. If I have my 20 million, do you think I can get a good car for Uber? Yes, you can. 20 million you can. Uli twagula Raktis wano UBJ million 19 ate nga ne essa akola nga ne upira kwaliko yali ako. But of course kat ogo mu kisago sija gamba nti rojja funa Raktis, but there are chances you can get another car. Neera mwe buying no. Your 20 million is good money. Good morning guys. Do multiplex guys really care about car owners? No, they don't. They care about money. Arthur, do you recommend someone to buy his or her own OBD scanner? I have seen many. No. Alex, you don't really have to. Okuja kongo oli mu business ya moroka that would be wasted money. Okay, you never really need to check your car. Okitegeera. My humble appeal to the drivers here, kindly always remember to use your turn signals properly and on time. Cancel them immediately after use. Amina. Thank you, Mr. Commuter. Ate Mr. Commuter avuga pichi. China ikabe moroka bamukozesa nyeso bi. Arthur, most mechanic advise me not to buy the hybrid, but since it's era where we are heading, I think it's the best option. Only issue, they don't have big boots Prius. And you can get a Fielder which is a hybrid, which is also a hybrid. Na ye in a boot. Me, I really want a Prius, but I'm really thinking between the Prius and the Fielder. The Fielder is for my kind of work. Katingo lwalero nva kuwa abantu equipment bagenze ku shootinga ne Raktis boot ya control. It's also one of the reasons why I'm letting go of the Raktis. Kati boot techa asobola. Like the times we try to shooting a cafe, ngemito ino kujisula atolmo nenga ate your Fielder ina boot mnene. So I find that's the issue that the Prius would also have, or the Aqua. Nenga for the guys that ngatoina biotika, the Aqua is the better car. The Aqua will give you better mileage. It's a lighter car, so it definitely give you better mileage. But it's small, yeah. But for the guys going you can get a Fielder hybrid. Nenu walio hybrid, but no hybrid ya bay. There is a Harrier hybrid. Literally all cars now have hybrids, but one of the reasons why I'm considering the Prius is because the Prius is the original hybrid. So I find that it's better in terms of everything. No weight bari distributing a hybrid neka Aqua nako. And then the Fielder was initially another type of car, and then they decided, oh, the Fielder has sold very well, let's just create a hybrid out of it. And TX petrol TX weba petrol tenywedde TX weba petrol tenywedde baba enywedde na bulungi petrol naye lwaki tewafuna 2.7 13 ogimanyi tenywedde na kunywa. After I have 17 million, but I'm in love with the Noah 2009 tojja gifuna Noah nze enungi waliwadde ne million kali nga 25 ge mazima bobera with 25 million then if you get to a 23 or 22 then you're okay. But at 17, if you find a Noah that is being sold at like 23, then they'll sell it to you at 26, which is not fair for you. So, yeah. Guys, munzikirize banange basiibule. Thank you for being here. 67 people, 42 likes. Mwebale nnyo. I'd like to remind you that you can buy a VIP pass nga bwolaba Ronald Muchwa, and then that's another way that you can support for the love of cars. Your name will be in green, or you can pay membership, the packs, and all that. I'm going to start reserving when I do videos like the Chigege video, some of those very interesting bits ngenda zi reserving aba member. Yeah. So anyway, guys, Kambasi Ule Muyombia Mark Mgalasi Joshua Mix Farm Bisobora Ibrahim Tusime Eddie Jones Info Viola Namiro Bruno Isingoma, Steve Barros, Michael UG Sebugwa Medi Henry Modern Drinks Chamba de Hannington Seriko Starch Engineer Joshua Patrick Yopoto Famo Pade Nampija Juliet Ocheng Leon Katumba Hamidu, Travel Live Vlog Juma Ali nchano ekibuzo kyo sinakiraba Todi Ronald Ocheng Leon, Tuone Pads Limited Chris Da Vinci Kanso Patrick Asiku Ronald Muchwa VIP erinnya liberange lya Ronald Muchwa awo, Nsereko Starch, Juma Ali Nakuzem, by the Wambuza Harry and Mark X Nakuzem, George Senkubuge Seguya Ibrahim Tumuhimbise Ivan Jr, Nick Wabuyi, Joseph Bari Kudempe na Michael Eugene Nakumaze, Nicolas Sebulime, Top YT Brijay Kakai, Maxwell Kahuma, Peter Mangeni, Peter Viola Nakumaze, Omni Wandiambi, Yusuf Minaj, Maxwell Kahuma, Dumba Collins, Daniel Singoma, He Lives in Me, Muloza Sibamaze, Ben Kako, Lucky Moze, Mr. Lucius, Gideon Gusi, Gumi Siriza, Isoba Ivan, Derek Lule, Stanley Chigozi, Kasuti Alex, Harbat, Muse Masadam, Cyrus Mugabe, Alex Sony, Marrakech. Munoza sibamaze bantu bange, he mbamaze. Mr. Cometa UGVIP, Chivumbi Alex, Udais Chambade, Maria Luna. Munoza sibamaze bamaze. I think Spacio new model is good for you because of its big boot. Hey, Arthur, in hybrid, think about improvement. Sikutegede bulungi Joshua, but I'm thinking, of course I'm thinking that all hybrid cars have been improved, but I find that the original hybrid is definitely emoruka jebakola original hybrid ngabolaba Aqua over Prius is definitely the good hybrid to buy okusinga ogula emoruka nga bafuula nfuule hybrid okitegeera. Guys, muzikirize mbasiibule. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello car lovers, thanks for making my days. I've found you live today. Amina banaye namuli obula nnyo newe bali kujja. Guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow evening. May the good Lord bless you. But guys, abali ku TikTok, I have a backup account eriko for the love of cars Uganda 2023. That's my backup account. Era bonogiraba eriko ekifaananyi kyekimu n'ekiri wano kyekimu n'ekiri ku TikTok eri yo bonogiraba. I think it has about 5k followers. Please go and follow the channel. And also share it with your friends so that we have backup as well. Abantu babadde bagenda, they like so many videos at once, and you know how dangerous that is for TikTok. Rama Charity Organization, hi, webale kubeerako. Guys, namwe abali mu Kamoli, I don't take it for granted. Go to TikTok. Abali ku TikTok, I know that so many people are not on TikTok, but if you're on TikTok, go to TikTok, look for my other channel, For the Love of Cars Uganda 2023. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.